Milan is a city in northern Italy, capital of Lombardy, and the second most populous city in Italy after Rome, with the city proper having a population of 1,366,037, while its province-level municipality has a population of 3,235,000. Its continuously built-up urban area that stretches beyond the boundaries of the Metropolitan City of Milan has a population estimated to be about 5,270,000 over 1,891 square kilometers, ranking fourth in the European Union. The wider Milan metropolitan area, known as Greater Milan, is a polycentric metropolitan region that extends over central Lombardy and eastern Piedmont, which counts an estimated total population of 7.5 million, making it by far the largest metropolitan area in Italy. Milan served as capital of the Western Roman Empire from 286 to 402 in the Duchy of Milan during the Middle and Early Modern Age. The city has long been named fashion capital of the world and the world's design capital, thanks to several international events and fairs, including Milan Fashion Week and the Milan Furniture Fair, which are currently among the world's biggest in terms of revenue, visitors and growth. The city hosts numerous cultural institutions, academies and universities, with 11% of the national total enrolled students. Milan is the destination of 8 million overseas visitors every year, attracted by its museums and art galleries that boast some of the most important collections in the world, including major works by Leonardo da Vinci. The city is served by a large number of luxury hotels and is the fifth most starred in the world by Michelin Guide. The city is home to two of Europe's most successful football teams, AC Milan and FC Internazionale, and one of Italy's main basketball teams, Olimpia Milano. The city is one of southern Europe's key transport nodes and one of Italy's most important railway hubs. Its 5 major railway stations, such as the Milan Central Station, are among Italy's busiest. Since the end of 2009, 2 high-speed train lines linked Milan to Rome, Naples, and Turin, considerably shortening travel times with other major cities in Italy. You can buy tickets at any of the cafes featuring a big T sign. The T stands for Tabacchi Cafes, which means they will sell tickets for public transport use. You can also purchase them at magazine and newspaper stands, or at the metro stations. In Milan, tickets allow you to use any transportation as many times as you need for 90 minutes at a time. Tabacchi cafes are everywhere, there is usually one per block. The best time to visit Milano is in spring and fall, when the weather is generally pleasant and mild, while the heaviest time of the year for tourism in Milan is during the summer months. The weather can be hot, particularly in July and August, so be prepared and make sure your lodging has dependable air conditioning. Duomo di Milano is the cathedral church of Milan, dedicated to Saint Mary of the Nativity, and it is the seat of the Archbishop of Milan. The cathedral took nearly 6 centuries to complete, and today, it is the largest church in Italy and the third largest in the world. The interior is shaped like a Latin cross, with large choir stalls and a polygonal apse. The style is mostly late Gothic with the addition of classical elements from the Counter-Reformation period when the presbytery, the main altar, the pulpit and some side altars were all created. The crypt houses the chapel of S. Carlo Borromeo, designed by Francesco Maria Ricchino in 1606, with the rock crystal coffin which encloses the saint's body in pontifical dress. The Galleria, a place of transit for busy managers or a stop for enchanted and curious tourists, expresses the various faces of the city through its many facets. As soon as it was finished, the Galleria became immediately famous for its large size, extraordinary for the time and sign of a new era. The structure consists of 2 glass-vaulted arcades intersecting in an octagon covering the street, connecting Piazza del Duomo to Piazza della Scala. The street is covered by an arching glass and cast iron roof, a popular design for 19th-century arcades, such as the Burlington Arcade in London, which was the prototype for larger glazed shopping arcades. The central octagonal space is topped with a glass dome. The Milanese Galleria was larger in scale than its predecessors and was an important step in the evolution of the modern glazed and enclosed shopping mall, of which it was the direct progenitor. If you're off to Milan, the Scala Theatre awaits. It was built at the request of Empress Maria Theresa of Austria to replace the former Royal Theatre, which was destroyed by fire. Built by architect Giuseppe Piero Marini on the site of the Church of Santa Maria alla Scala, the Scala opened its doors on August 3, 1778 with an opera by Antonio Salieri. La Scala is located on Piazza della Scala in the heart of downtown Milan, just on the other side of the elegant Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II from the Duomo. The tram line 1 and yellow metro line both stop near the theater. You can buy tickets online, over the phone, from authorized sales agents, and from the La Scala box office, while the prices range depend on the type of performance. Brera captivates with its historic charms and scenic beauty. It is less touristy than many other places in the city, yet it is equally alive with beautiful old buildings, great restaurants and a vibrant culture. Brera is next to the city center and is known for its romantic and bohemian atmosphere. Dotted along the quaint cobblestone streets are numerous coffee bars which were favorite haunts of writers and intellectuals in the 1930s. As you enjoy a leisurely stroll along the streets, stop to look at some of the delightful centuries-old churches. One of the most famous is the Church of the Santa Maria del Carmen, which dates back to the 14th century. Walk down Via Fiori Chiari for its boutiques and antique shops, and to see the colorful displays of planter boxes filled with flowers. Originally a Visconti fortress, this iconic red brick castle was later home to the mighty Sforza dynasty, who ruled Renaissance Milan. The castle's defenses were designed by the multi-talented Da Vinci. Napoleon later drained the moat and removed the drawbridges. Today, it houses 7 specialized museums, which gather together intriguing fragments of Milan's cultural and civic history. Do not hesitate to visit the Museum of Ancient Art, the Egyptian Museum, the Archaeological Museum of Milan, the Pinacoteca del Castello Sforzesco, where each of them has unique things that cannot be found on any other place. The Museum of Anna's and Art houses the Sforza family's frescoes and sculptures of great value from various eras like antiquity, the Middle Ages and the Renaissance period. The highlights of the museum include the Rondinini Pietà, the last and unfinished work by Michelangelo. The Egyptian Museum houses several objects from Egypt, including statues, mummies, sarcophaguses and death masks. The Archaeological Museum of Milan contains objects and items from the main cultures that lived in Lombardy from the Neolithic to the Romanization period. While the Pinacoteca del Castello Sforzesco's art collection is made up of over 1,500 works of art created between the 13th and 18th centuries. Some of the castle's museum are truly interesting. The entrance ticket includes a visit to all the fortifications museums. If you do not want to visit the museums, we suggest exploring the castle's central courtyard, which is open to the public and is free to visit. The castle is open every day from 7 a.m. until 7:30 p.m., while the museum is open from Tuesday to Sunday from 9 a.m. until 5:30. Each tour lasts around 90 minutes and it is spoken in Italian and English. Milan is a pretty expensive city, so to have fun there you should have around $100 to spend a day. If you take a budget approach, then $60 to $70 will be enough. Depending on where you eat, food will cost you around $40 to $60 on average for eating 3 times a day. Hotel prices range between $30 to $1,500 per night. To find the best booking deals and prices, check out www.triphunter.net.